At the beginning of the movie, we see Riddick unable to fight them because he was too injured, so he rushes to a pond and hides himself under the water. They wait for him for a while. After hearing his name they leave. Then Riddick comes out of the water, but his troubles are not over yet. A wolf attacks him and Riddick doesn't fight him. That's why Riddick gets a chance from here, and he leaves from there. He reaches the cave from there. When he goes to the cave, he sees a pond. There were strange scorpions in this water, which in this movie Surft is called just then. A wolf comes there and they catch Surft and make him their victim. Riddick is watching all of this. He looks very confused. After the wolf, the Surft attacks Riddick. Riddick manages 3 times and knocks down a Surft. After that, we see the first part of the story of how Riddick got here. Here we see that a girl even tried to kill Riddick, and Riddick kills that girl and saves himself. Riddick knows what Vico's all about, so he tells him that I will make you the king here, but you have to tell me the way to Furia planet. Vico says this is what I wanted. I am ready. In fact, it was something like that all the roads leading to Furia are destroyed now. The way to Furia was known only to Vico here. Vico sends one of his special men, Kron, along with some people to the planet Furia with Riddick. Arriving at Furia, Riddick realizes that it is not Furia at all. He is only brought here to kill, and Riddick fights with everyone. Here in the end, Kron throws Riddick off the mountain. Riddick appears to have been killed. But something else actually happens. What happens is what you saw from the beginning of the story. Riddick survives, injured, and ends up in a cave. Riddick was not one to give up. He had to get out of this plant and take his revenge. But here it was necessary for Riddick to cross the pond because there was some greenery on the other side of the pond, so he fight with Surft. Crosses this pond. This station is built like this so that some people can come and stop here. Here Riddick gets food for himself, but there he also gets to know a news that if someone brings Riddick's head, so he will be greatly rewarded with Riddick coming out. When he sees it, he realizes that it might be raining, but it was not a good thing. But why? You will find out later in the movie. This is the reason for the reward that has been placed on him in this temptation. Some people come there and Riddick makes him his victim there. Then here we see another spaceship lands there. Along with this team comes the name of John and his commander Del. But here we find out that this team didn't come to catch Riddick. That's how it came to be. John tells Santana, I am here to take your head. Come out wherever you are hiding. We will not interfere in any of your work. Then here we see Riddick gets a chance at night and destroys their machine. Even their detecting cameras are useless. Seeing all this, John silences Santana. Hey bro, what are you doing? Maybe Riddick has set a trap for you. And here John's point turns out to be true. Santana, that a man falls into Riddick's trap, due to which this person dies. Then Riddick cleverly kills his other man as well in this chaos. Another man of Santana also disappears. Riddick may have taken it with him. 3 men disappear because of this. Santana tells John, if you need help from us, so we have to work as a contract, why do you do it? Your commander Santana gets very angry, but what he could do now? He accepts his word here. John makes a promise to Santana that he wants Riddick alive only for 1 day, after which I will give it to you. I don't know what you will do after that. We then see John begin his work after capturing Riddick. They fire upon Riddick's pet wolf in order to know the real location of Riddick. Because these people already had a clause on this wolf, and they seem to have taken Riddick with him. But here Riddick takes those notes and throws them away. At this point, John is terribly afraid of what happened to power notes here. On the other hand, Riddick sees that it is going to rain soon. That's why Riddick makes contact with John, and in the next moment he has weapons by putting he comes to meet him. Here's what Jonas questions Riddick. As soon as you got out of the dark plant 10 years ago, He asks, so did William John survive there or not? So we find that this John is the father of that John. Here Riddick says this is not the time for all that nonsense. There is still time left until it rains, if it rains. Not all of us will be able to survive on this planet. Then he starts to leave and Santana gets very angry, and just as he is about to shoot him, Riddick's wolf comes and attacks him. This is when we see Dale take down Riddick with 4 snipers after 1, from which he faints on the same, and here we see Santana killing Riddick's wolf. Then, as soon as the unconscious Riddick regains consciousness, he finds himself a slave. Here John asks him about his son. Here Riddick tells them that you guys are misunderstanding me. As soon as it rains here, a greater danger than me will begin to threaten you. But here John was also mad. He just wanted answers to his questions. What happened to his son? He doesn't answer it, which makes John angry, and he turns Riddick over to Santana. Here he is just as he is about to cut Riddick's head off. It starts to rain, and there is a very strange commotion outside. Here Riddick starts laughing and says to these people that now none of you will survive. Actually, it happens because of rain. The serfs hidden in the ground start to come out. They were quite large and poisonous. Here we see they kill 2 people. Here John had understood. Leave the previous things. Now Riddick can take them out from here because Riddick had power notes. But here Santana stops Riddick from making the save, but by then John had freed Riddick, and Riddick uses his foot to cut off half of Santana's head with his sword. Riddick was angry because you killed my wolf, that's why I will kill you. Actually, the note was buried by Riddick in a faraway place. That's why they go to pick the notes in the car medical. Here we see Riddick telling John the truth about his son. His son was very insidious. He was going to take the life of the girl to save his life, so his creatures ate him. Then we see here as soon as they get the notes, Diaz begins to beat John and also Riddick, which causes Riddick to kill him. But we see Davis die and damage their car by shooting him dead, due to which now they have to walk if they want to go home, because of which these people together, many begin to move forward, beating all the serfs. Then we find that John turned out to be a giant. He comes with ship, and there are cannonballs in ship. Due to this, it starts falling there and saves Riddick's life, and they leave in a spaceship. Now here John gives Riddick splurge and bids him farewell, and then Riddick approaches Kron and asks him about Vico, but Kron doesn't tell him anything. Riddick kills him with his life. Then he learns from his wife that Vico has become their chief. Now the Vico has a lot more branches, but no one understands what this power is. The movie ends with this.